182 games, 147 goals. Boro's 6th top scorer. It's Slaven Live. Message, call or WhatsApp. Have your say. 0330 043 2002. It's Slaven Live with the Dovecot. Spend your evening in the best bar in Teesside.
Hi, it's Bernie Slaven. Thanks for joining me on the Red. And if you'd like to get involved, I've still not got a hang of the phone number. It's 033 0043 2002. Get involved. You can text, Facebook, WhatsApp. There's numerous ways to get in touch. Well, we travelled to QPR on Saturday looking for back-to-back wins, and thankfully we achieved it. What did I see? I watched the game as usual, away from home. First half was non-eventful, not worth talking about. They had 2 shots on target. Deng made 2 good saves. Into the second half we came alive. No doubt there's been a few words said at half time. We started to create. Their keeper made a good save from McGree, and then Latilaf scored a great goal. The ball came into Clark. He headed it to Latilaf, who hit it about 16 yards out, just off centre, with outside his right foot and drilled it into the bottom left-hand corner. It was a great finish. First shot on target by Latilaf and a goal. And then the second goal, good goal from our point of view. Absolutely disastrous from their point of view. The ball's been whipped in by Ayling on the right, who's bombed forward, whipped it in back stick. Foz is up there. He's looked a header, and there's a big 6'4" centre-half in front of him. It's at a difficult angle, and the goalkeeper went by both of them. Those two should have been shot, but well done, Foz. That was the points wrapped up. And a great result, back-to-back wins. Good to see Michael Carrick keeping the same team. Personally, I thought he should have done that after the Leicester win. But anyway, he changed it. He's come back now. 2 games, 2 wins. The big thing on Saturday as well, clean sheet. And he must keep the same team tomorrow and the same formation. Why are we going to change it? We've been looking for the winning remedy and get a bit of a win going, a bit of a run going, and we're doing it. So let's hope we can do it. And as I say, get involved, 033 0043 2002. And I want positivity tonight, not stupidity. So I don't want to hear this, we're going to go on a 10-game unbeaten run. Give your heads a shake. Brian, hiya Brian.
Hiya, it's Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, sorry, I get the name. Brian doesn't matter. Come on Ryan, how are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, are you, Bertie?
Yeah, good, mate. Obviously on a... But no, I like to stay level-headed. Yeah, the last 2 games have been good. Smile on my faces, see a few goals, clean sheet. Happy days.
I think the last game, second half we were amazing. But first half, we just didn't seem to get going, did we, first half?
No, the first half we were laboured. No shots on target, it says it all really. And I thought, here we go again. It's going to be one of those games we're looking for a shot. But I think there's been a few probably harsh words says at half time saying, hey, this team's bottom of the league. We've not a shot on target. And we come out second half more positive, more direct, more creative. As I say, McGree had a good shot, good save of the goalkeeper. And then last goal was a great goal. As I say, our 2 strikers, back-to-back goals, back-to-back wins. So things are looking in the up.
Definitely. Like you said, the last 2 games have been a positive.
Well, they have been, and I'm questioning, the last couple of games, how have we done it? Well, the Norwich game, look, I'm not pouring water, and saying, forget about the past games, but Norwich, first half hour, we get battered. We were 1-0 down, huffing and puffing, struggling in every department. It looked as if they were going to get another. Then all of a sudden, stroke of fate and luck, the man gets sent off. And it proves on the night it was wrong because the lad got his card rescinded. So, that proves it's wrong. But unfortunately for Norwich, they can't get the points back. We get the 3. And then we went into Saturday a wee bit more positive, thinking we'll beat top of the league side, a team that's clamouring for the top 6. So, yeah, it was great. It's no mean feat going away from home. It's always difficult, especially when you're not in a great run of form. Who was your star man?
Engel's improving game after game as well. I think Engel's been on fire recently.
I totally agree. Engel, I think he's looking a player. I think he'll get better as time goes on with the more he plays there. I thought Van den Berg's tackle challenge when it was 0-0 in the second half was immense because the lad had rounded Dieng. He was going to hit it with his left foot. Van den Berg came in with a bit of pace. Legal challenge, scooped it away from goal, away from the danger zone.
I think made some important stops as well, didn't he?
Yeah, so that was a great challenge. But 2 wins, 2 games in Birmingham tomorrow. I look at Birmingham and I think, since Tony Mowbray's took a step backwards at the minute, a step back, they've huffed and puffed. They've struggled as well. So there's no reason why we can't go to Birmingham and get a victory tomorrow.
He's still there, Bernie?
Yeah, I'm still here, mate. Is it a bad reception? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah. I was saying Dieng made some important stops the other day, like.
No, he did. As I say, those that didn't see it, the first half they get a shot in, good save for Dieng. Second one, the boys ran clear. It was a 1-on-1, the ball sort of bounced, the lads clipped it. He's intending to put it over Dieng's head, and Dieng put off a great save. So, yeah, well done, Dieng. What I liked on Saturday, and I think the penalties finally dropped, we're not fanning about the back, we're not messing about. No taking chances or risks. It's nonsense. We kept doing it. We kept suffering. But in the last 2 games, we've been clearing it longer, getting it away from the danger zone, and we've played the 3 centre-backs, which seems to suit us better than the flat back 4. But we need a bit of consistency. It's something we've not had all season.
Well, isn't it? Typical.
Go on, mate. I've lost them there.
Typical Boro. I said it's we're always inconsistent, aren't we?
Well, we have been all season. I mean, the first 7 games, never won a game. Then we went in a run, and then it's been hit and miss ever since. There's numerous reasons and factors as to why we've been inconsistent. Everybody's played a part or not played a part. Yeah, so let's hope we can go a bit of run now. There's no pressure on us. For me, we're not getting top 6 and we're not going down. A couple of wins, that's us safe. People say, no, there's 10 games to go. Can we win 10? We could win 10. Do I think we will? No chance. No chance. We're not good enough. We're not good enough. Unless the referee keeps sending players off every week. But don't forget, we've got Leeds United, we've got Ipswich. You know, we've got Southampton, we've got Hull City. These are all top 6 teams.
Up, yeah.
So, but saying that, that's the teams we're game up against. It's the lesser teams we struggle against. But a win tomorrow would be 3.
It was proven, weren't it, a few weeks ago? Beat Leicester and get done by Rotherham and Plymouth.
Exactly. I mean, we had 1 point against Rotherham out of 6, and they're 24th in the division. So that sort of says it all. But the other thing I would say, people saying, oh, we're doing well now and getting back in track. Well, are we getting back in track? We're only 3 points above Sunderland. We've got a game in hand, but we're only 3 points above Sunderland. And Sunderland are in turmoil. They get rid of Tony Mowbray when he was on level points with Middlesbrough, Michael Carrick. Then they brought Beale in. He lasted 12 games. And at the minute, I've got a guy, Dodds, in. I think it's Ken Dodd they need for it to cheer them up. So Dodds is in charge. So they're in turmoil, but they're only 3 points behind us. That, for me, tells the real story of the season and how disappointing it's been.
Definitely. It's just inconsistent, like you said.
Inconsistent. So how many games have you got us down for? Look, it's fantasy talk, but give us how many ones we're going to win at the remaining 10. It's counting down now. Come on. Have you get? He keeps stepping. Oh, he's listening. We've lost him. It happens. Real radio. No, I used to work in Real Radio many years ago. It's long gone. This is Real Radio. You know, it's live. That's what I mean. Leslie Coates says, I'm not betting on the Birmingham game. Every game I've backed against the Boro, I've lost. You watch. I don't bet versus Birmingham, and we will probably lose. Oh, Leslie. Yeah, okay. I was going to plug the tickets. You think it's too early to plug? No, I'll plug the tickets. There are 2 pairs of tickets for next Friday. Next Friday, I'm in the Dovecot, or this Friday coming. I'm in the Dovecot. My guest is David Wheater. I'll do a bit of chatting, but in the main, I'll be prompting questions at David Wheater. And Wheats, I know, likes a sing-song and a wee drink. And he's a character. Some great stories about Beckham and in the showers with golden balls and all that. You'll definitely have a laugh. And there's a meal on as well. So it'll be a good night. Guaranteed a bit of fun and entertainment, that's for sure. Where are we here? What's your thoughts on Norwich and QPR?
Giving away 2 pairs of tickets for that event tonight.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry, I'll correct myself. The The 2 pairs of tickets we're giving away for the doing the Dovecot on Friday. I'll be giving away tonight. So if you want to get involved, and I'll pick out maybe somebody that's the most passionate caller, you know, something like that. The most positive caller, or the best story, or I remember I used to do radio years ago, and people used to phone us lying in the bath. Are you one of them? Surely not. Playing submarines or whatever. So come on, get involved. You can. It's 033004 32002. Get involved. Let's hear what you've got to say. I've got a few topics. 10 games left. What are you expecting as Boro fans? As I say, I want positivity, but not stupidity. You know, don't come on and say we're going to win 10 and all that rubbish. And would you keep any loan players? Ayling, Greenwood, O'Brien and Thomas are all the loan players. Me personally, I don't think any of them will survive. I think they'll all be gone. And do you agree we have too many similar players? I do. Do you agree with me or disagree? If you disagree, fine. That's what opinions is about. I'm in bed eating pork pies. Hopefully that's a winner. You're a bad advert for a diet, Leslie. I've seen your gut, man. You're a big lad. You want to get in the old grape diet. Scott Watson says, hi, Bernie, Joseph, Slaven. I like when I get called Joseph. Feel posh. I think Boro will win 2-1 tomorrow, and I think Boro will win 7 out of 10 games left. Is it me? Have we all been in Amsterdam recently on that space game? What is going on? 7 out of 10. We've only won 15 out of 36. Think about that. I'm not good at maths. 15 out of 36, and you've got us winning 7 out of 10. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've lost the plot. We're going to go into an ad break, so get involved. And don't forget, there's 2 pairs of tickets for the Dovecot this Friday. It'll be entertaining. Guaranteed. That is guaranteed. Unlike a game of football, when you pay and you go, you don't know if you're going to be entertained. You will definitely be entertained on Friday. If you're PC correct, I'd advise you don't want to win the tickets, because there'll be a few sweary words in there. Anyway, I'm going into the ad break, having a glass of water, go and have a cup of tea and come back in a minute. Cheers.
382 games, 147 goals. It's Slaven Live with the Dovecot. Spend your evening in the best bar in Teesside.
This is the Red.
Well, thanks for joining us again, and it's 033004 32002. If you want to get involved, you can email, you can text, you can do everything these days. And don't forget, pair of tickets for the Dovecot this Friday, up for grabs tonight. Come on, if you tell a good story, or you can make me laugh, or something positive, we'll pick out the best callers, and you win a pair of tickets. We're on to the next caller. Neil, hiya Neil.
Alright, Benny.
Hello Neil, how are you doing? What's the general consensus? How are you feeling tonight after 2 back-to-back victories?
Listen, you know the score. Like when we get a win, it's just a buzz. The town's buzzing again, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
And Cheltenham's on tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean? Have a few bets on the horse.
I hope you've not got. I hope you're not gambling. I hope you're not putting your bets on donkeys as opposed to horses.
No, listen, Cheltenham, it's all the top race horses. You know what I mean? And all the top trainers and jockeys. It's a good festival. So hopefully. Anyway, I didn't come on to talk about that. Come on to talk about the Boro.
I was just going to say a few of my mates are at Cheltenham. I'll not say who they are. You probably know them, but they're at Cheltenham. Go on then.
No, I'd love to go to Cheltenham. I'd love to go, but maybe one day. It's on my bucket list, so maybe one day. Maybe one day. Listen, all it was, Benny, obviously, going back to last week Norwich game.
Yeah.
You know, we were getting battered.
Yeah, we were.
We were getting absolutely battered by Norwich. And look, had we not got that red card, you know, God help us, I think, you know what I mean, it could have been a cricket score. Looking at the way we were playing, we didn't have a clue. Now, obviously, red card's been rescinded.
Yeah.
And my thoughts are, I'm just thinking, look, with things like that happening, can you see VAR coming into the Championship, Bernie? And if so, what's your thoughts on that?
I'll be honest, I hope and pray it never comes in the Championship. I think we'll be here for a few years to come, and I'm not a fan of VAR. It's frustrating. You know, the amount of... We're looking at the officials to get it right. There's 3 guys up in some office or room or whatever. We can see it on the telly. The whole thing's a farce. I've watched a couple of Scottish games yesterday, and I watched the big game, the Liverpool Man City game, and there was mistakes galore. It's not getting any better. It's more frustrating. And the biggest thing it sums it up for me regarding VAR and why I hate it and despise it. I listen to national radio sometime on the night. I heard one night a Spurs fan coming on. The Spurs fan said I was at the game. Now in London you probably pay 75, 80 quid a ticket down there. He's watched the game and he's a season ticket holder or whatever. He comes onto the radio station to find out why a goal was disallowed or a goal was given or that decision. Now he's paying 80 quid to watch a game, but he's having to phone a radio station where guys are watching the television to understand what's going on. For me that's wrong. It's out of sync and it's not right. For me it's just a farce. It's not improved anything.
No, listen, I totally agree with you, you know what I mean? It's spoiling the game, and thank God we haven't got it in the Championship. And, you know, had we, you know, but again, look, if we look back, if it had been VAR, not only in the Championship, but with the Boro, we might not have won the Carling Cup with Zenden's double touch, would we?
Oh, I remember old Boro running up for the penalty and slipping and hit both feet. Yeah, we cancelled today. Yeah, you're dead right. That's a good point, that. Good point.
And sometimes, though, do you know what I mean, Bernie? Sometimes, though, I think back and there's things like goal line technology and stuff like that. And there's so many games when you look back at it and you think, if technology they'd been in, so, you know, would England have won the World Cup in '66 if there'd have been goal line technology?
Well, we all know,
I mean?
as a non-Englishman, you know it was never over the line, don't you? Come on.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I have to say that. That's the truth, isn't it? What we've seen with the technology now, it was never over. Saying
well,
that.
That's what they say.
Saying that, I remember.
Do you know what I mean?
I remember Frank Lampard scoring a great goal, and I think it was a World Cup fight. Well, the World Cup, and it was over the line. They never got it. I felt sorry that day for Frank. And by the way, as a non-Englishman, I'm going to say it here. I've been in England since '85. I've told my mates, some of them played for England, you'll never win anything international level. I honestly, hand in heart, I believe you're going to win one of the next two big competitions. You've got too much talent there. Providing Southgate doesn't go in the defensive, I really genuinely think England will win a major competition. I've never said that, but I believe it now.
Anyway, listen, Bernie, it's been great. I'm going to my tea, man. You know what I mean?
Your tea? What are you having for tea? Tell us. I like to know what people have for their tea.
No, I'm having liver and onions, man.
Oh dear God, liver! Oh dear me, get off. Who are you? What's your name? Hannibal Hector? Liver.
Oh man, liver! You don't like liver, Bernie, man.
You don't like liver as a vegan. You winding me up. Get off.
Oh,
get him off.
I forgot. Yeah, you're. Oh, sorry. I
get
forgot
off.
Vegan,
get off.
No.
Liver.
Hey,
my dogs wouldn't even eat liver.
Man, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Enjoy
Bernie,
your
man.
liver.
I don't know what you missing. All right.
Hey, cheers.
Great to speak to you, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Dan Gamble says, Bernie, who's your realistic dream signing for the summer? I've not really thought about it, to be honest. Obviously, it's fantasy land. I would love a proven goal scorer, guy that scores goals for fun, fox in the box, ruthless, great anticipation, ruthless, left or right. Long time since we've had one of them. Hi, Bernie, Joseph Slaven. Think Boro will win 2-1, obviously talking about tomorrow. Scott Watson says, it's me you called big lad and I see you on Saturday up the Boro. I can't really see your face, big lad, but yeah. Hey, I know a few big lads. Leslie says, I think next season we need to get any decent player, even on loan, and hopefully they will do the business because like I've said previously, on loan or nailed down makes no difference. Well, Stuart Gourley says, I think we'll finish the season around where we are now, Bernie. Spoilt last season. This season was never going to match it. Up the effing Boro. And Ian James Barron says, a very good evening, everyone, even to you, Ian, a regular contributor on here. Hope you're well and having a great day. Happy Mother's Day yesterday for all the mothers I have slept with back in the night. What? Hold on a minute. Let's read it. Hold on a minute. A very good evening. Yeah, good evening, Ian. Everyone watching, hope you're well and having a great day. Happy Mother's Day. Yesterday for all the mothers I have slept with back in the night. You mean back in the day or the night? So he's talking about who he's bedded. Is that what he's saying? Mm-hmm. Outrageous. Can't even believe I even read it. But it's good. I don't want you naming them. Bernie, what a difference with Latty Laughback. Looking back at it, we're always going to be difficult replacing Akpom and the other lone players. Do you think Howson has another season and McNair will stay on reduced terms? David, my opinion, it's hypothetical, but But I would let you laugh. Looking back, it's always good. Akpom and other lone players. Do you think Howson's definitely got another season in him, without a doubt, or two? Is it at Middlesbrough? He can kick the ball whichever way he wants because his contract's up. Will McNair stay in reduced terms? Personally, I don't think so. He's been out of the team, disruptive season. He's an international player still for Northern Ireland. So I think I don't think Paddy will be here. Ian says, I have heard that VAR costs $100,000 per club per season. When it first came into use, it must have gone up by now. Madness. The thing about the VAR that I couldn't get my head round was in the cup competitions, instead of saying it's all in or none of it's in, if you played a Premier League club, it kicked in, the VAR. And if you played a non-Premiership club, then it wasn't in. That's a farce for me. That is nonsense, absolute garbage. Let's go to Andy. It's no Randy, Andy, is it? Hi, Andy.
I'm in a good mood, if that's what you're asking.
Well, that's fine with me, big man. Come on, Andy boy.
Bernie, Joseph Slaven. I want to tell you about what happened to me at the weekend, because I nearly crashed my car. I was driving up to the Riverside, and I just happened to look out my window, and I saw a 20-foot Bernie Slaven looking at me on the side of a van.
Well, I apologise for that, first and foremost.
And honestly, it nearly made me crash my car.
Do you know what? When I heard that, somebody in the Legends Lounge was a host. They came up to me and went, I've seen a van with your name and face on it. I went, nah, I think you're kidding. It's honest. No, honestly. And I said, I hope it's not selling hot dogs and chips and chicken and all that. You know what I mean? Because I don't eat any of them. Was it selling hot dogs?
No, it was something to do with the radio station.
Oh, the Reds, right? Okay, yeah. Oh well.
But no, it was good to see you, Bernie. Joking aside, and it's good to hear you on the radio as well. I think you've already answered this a bit earlier on, but I'm ringing up about what we've seen in the last couple of games with Paddy McNair coming back into the side.
Yeah.
Reliable Paddy. Johnny Howson having a couple of cracking games, showing what a captain. I think we spoke the other week, Bernie, and we were saying there's no captains. Him giving 7 different players the captain's armband, it's a nonsense. And then Howson comes in the last 2 games and goes, this is out to be a captain.
Yeah.
Pick the scruff up the neck. Surely those 2 players, with the rebuild that we're clearly going to have next season, clearly those 2 players have got to stay, haven't they?
I would say I would like them to stay as a Boro fan. Realistically, I don't think McNair will be there. If he's on top whack, he'd be supposedly on top whack at Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough ain't going to offer him the same money for sure. Certainly not give him any more. Will he take reduced wages? No, a lot of players done that in the past. I remember Craig Hignett doing it. Higgy done it. It's admirable.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would think it was stupidity because none of the big boys would take a wage cut. So modern players, I'm not so sure they would take wage cuts. Regarding Johnny Howson, again, leadership is by example. He was clatting everything, rolled his sleeves up, but not really verbal leader. I want somebody in our team that I can hear when I'm sitting in the stand and there's a bit of a lull in the atmosphere. I want to hear a player shouting, yeah, but whatever. I want to hear that. I don't hear that. So I still think we need a vocal leader. And that's important. And I don't know, characters again within the dressing room with Crooksy gone. I've not really heard there's any more characters in there. Characters are important for performances. And when you're having a downward spiral, you're on a downward spiral and having a bad time, you need somebody to G the lads up, bit of fun. And I don't know if we've got that. But the last 2 games have been good, yeah?
Yeah. I'm over the moon with the results last time. Look, I'm not one of these Boro fans who's getting carried away with it. The 2 good results. It's a good little solid run that we've started. Got to keep it going tomorrow night at Birmingham, which I think we will. I'm really up for this. I think we'll go there confident. Let's keep the same team. Let's not mess about and tinker with the team.
I don't think he will for a minute. I don't think he'll I don't think he'll make any changes. I don't think the starting 11 and the formation will stay the exact same. And if he changes it, then he's lost the plot.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bernie. I think let's just keep some stability. That's what we need. We're in winning ways. The confidence is high. Let's go out and do it. And don't you think it was? I just want to go back to the Norwich game for a second. Did you think that was a sending off?
Norwich. No, I says. When was it? Have I been on here since then? On the night, I watched it, and then I went home before I did social network stuff, and I looked at it a few times. I thought both of the players, Howson and the Norwich lad, both out of control, both clattered each other. I thought personally it was going to be all or nothing, meaning both sent off or both stay on and get a yellow card. And when we came out and talked with the lad going off, I thought happy days. Yeah. But was it the right decision? Obviously not. So Norwich have suffered greatly because they were aiming for that to be in the top 6 and they demand sent off. Go on.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Are you there?
Yeah. Sorry, it's a bad line. I don't think I've ever seen one event change a match so much because they were absolutely all over us, weren't they? And as soon as that sending off, they capitulated, and we looked like a totally different team. We started playing with a level of confidence and stroking the ball around. The quality of the passing improved 100%. And it wasn't a surprise to me that we went on, to win the game.
It was similar. It was similar fashion to the Sunderland game. Sunderland was an evenly balanced game at the Stadium of Light. The lad gets sent off a minute before half time, rightly or wrongly, and then we came alive and tore them to shreds. Looked as if we had 3 men over, and that's what we looked like against Norwich. I couldn't believe how Norwich capitulated and how bad they were. They were a man down, not 3 or 4, but they looked like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The good teams can clog things up and say, right, we'll no bother scoring another. We're 1 goal ahead. Let's just kill it. Boot it in the stand and keep it tight and frustrate them. But they still try to go at us, but they weren't good enough. But that's a bit of luck and fortune you need. We got it, certainly.
Yeah, that's football, isn't it?
Yeah, that's football, and that's life, really, yeah. So how many games, I'm asking Peter Lloyd's coming on, how many games are we going to win out the remaining 10?
Right, out of the remaining 10, you look at what we've done already this season. I think if we get 4 or 5, I think I'd be happy. But I don't think it's going to be more than that. I don't think it's going to be enough to get. Like I said, I'm not one of these people who think, playoffs are back on. We're not ready. We'll get absolutely tortured in the playoffs if we got there.
So we've been in this division. I think it's 14 out of the last 15 years, right? When are we going to get back in this top flight? Have we any intention of getting back in the top flight? Or is this where we are? A middle of the road championship side?
I think this is where we are. We know we've got the Morgan Rogers money sitting there. We've got some TAV money sitting there. Some other bits and pieces that are going to come through. If the club don't invest this summer, then I think that shows their ambition of where we're at, which is exactly where we are at, a mid-table club in the Championship. I think we get what we deserve in this life, and that's we're getting what we deserve now. We didn't invest in the players we should have done in the summer.
We gambled in January.
Absolutely. We'll let strikers, forward players go and not replace them, knowing full well we needed a striker. So no, I'm optimistic we might win 4 or 5. What I'm hoping is it might just lift us into the next part of this, into the close season, give us a bit of confidence going ahead. And I'm just hoping and praying that the club finds some money from somewhere and to invest in us, because without that, Bernie, we can play Carrick ball all you like. He needs the players to be able to play that, and he hasn't got them right now.
Well, on Saturday we didn't play that. We didn't play that messing about at the back, taking risks, taking chances. We didn't do that, so that was refreshing that we have seen the light and changed it. Latty Laugh and Foz, 2 goals, 2 games. Can either or both of them get 10 league goals? I think 7 they've got at the minute in the league, not overall, in the league. Can they get double figures apiece?
Well, you know this more than anyone, Bernie, is goals breed confidence. Yeah. And those 2 players will be flying. They'll be hoping to get another couple. and I can see them breaking double figures, both of them
in the league.
season. And I wouldn't have said, in the league. I wouldn't have said that at the start of the year about either of them. But I think they can do it. It's a confidence game, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's a feast of the famine.
And we've seen that confidence dripping back into the team, which I love. I was absolutely delighted on at the end of the QPR game, coming away, getting the win, seeing them two score again. Yeah, no, I think they'll be buoyant going in tomorrow night. Birmingham have had a tough time this season. They've been right up and down, and obviously they're without Paul Mogger, who's sending all our love to Mogger. They must be feeling it as well. But I'm hoping we just take advantage and we do them tomorrow and build on the confidence that we've had. Okay,
thanks very much for your call. Where are we? If you want to get involved, it's 033004 32002. Don't forget tickets for the Dovecot this Friday. David Wheater. There's 2 pairs up for grabs thanks to the Red and the Dovecot combined.
Loud, proud and yours. It's Slaven Live with the Dovecot. Spend your evening in the best bar in Teesside.
This is the road.
It's a nice wee jingle, that, isn't it? It's quite nice, that. I'd like to do a jingle. Sing a song or something. Anyway, don't forget David Wheater is in the Dovecot this coming Friday with myself. There's 2 pairs of tickets up for grabs. I want another couple of callers. Look, I know it's hard to give praise. Some fans just like moaning and groaning. I like a moan and a groan, but you have to be balanced. You have to give praise as well, and some people find that very hard to give praise. So come on, pair of David Wheater tickets up for grabs this coming Friday in the Dovecot. I'll be there. I'll be prompting some questions. You'll get some fun stories. You might get a wee sing-song from them. I watched that game back in the day. Memories, what a mad game. That was the Chesterfield game they were referring to. Dan Gamble says, do you think the change in form is due to the return of housing or a change in tactics or something else? I think both of them, but I also think the pressure has dropped. There's no real pressure. Nobody's expecting us to get in the playoffs, so the pressure's off. And another couple of wins at the remaining 10, the pressure's off for getting relegated. So for me, housing back definitely. The change in tactics definitely, but pressure. Pressure brings players down. Some people can't cope with it. And I think the pressure is the only thing you're missing out of your message there. Paul Frost. But he's a cool character. Do you get it, Frost? Oh, dear God. It's Premier League, Bernie, not Premiership. That's up your way, Premiership. Oh, away. You always get one, don't you? You sound like Malcolm McDonald, you. Pernickety. Premier League, Premiership. Shut up, Paul. I'll call it what I like. You know what I mean? Top flight. There you are. Top flight. And by the way, we better get our fingers out. We want to be in there in the next few years. Can we still make the playoffs? That's a question everybody here at the Reds asking. Can we make the playoffs? Me personally, no chance. If we do, I'll let you hear with a donkey. There you are. I've did bets in the past, show my backside and 1 or 2 other things, but I'll let you hear with a donkey. You select a donkey and I'll let you hear with it. It's not going to happen. Or even full front on somebody's living room. I think I've said this, if I said this before on here, but it has to be a big window. More chance of making the Dovecot over a pie and peas supper. Leslie, you want to stop eating them, son. You're going to explode. Matt Wilson says, now Bernie, hope you're well. Missed your shows last couple of weeks. But fantastic day in London and Saturday. Great one. Great team spirit. Win tomorrow and the playoffs are back on me up the Boro, pal. From Mark and Jojo. Also got my ticket for the Three Legends night. Can't wait. So obviously, Mark, Jojo, you don't need the tickets, but if you want tickets, get involved tonight. Won a pair of tickets for the Dovecot, myself and David Wheater. But getting back to Mark, he always joins me after every Boro game. He travels the country, both of them. I'm sure there's both 2 of them. They travel the country watching Boro, spend a lot of hard-earned cash. They're loyal, they're faithful, and they must have some money to get them down that country watching their beloved Middlesbrough. But well done, I know you're ardent Boro fans. The question I was asking as well was, is there too many similar players at Middlesbrough at this minute in time? Have we got too many similar players? I think there is. I think Greenwood, Silvera, Azaz, McGree, Belazer, Hackney, O'Brien, I think they're all similar. Why? No real height, no electric pace, not really aggressive, no real trickery, don't score enough goals. I think there's too many similar players. Look at them. They're all the same height and build. And they lack the things I said. It's already having a couple of those, but 5, 6. Do we really need those kind of players? Too many, I mean. Me personally, I don't think so. A lot of talk about McGree. Will McGree be here? Obviously, again, it's hypothetical. Will McGree be here next year? Rumours are rife that he's not happy. Wants away. I says, my show's Saturday. If I was McGree, I'll be honest, I would want away. When I see what I played with last year, with Gels bombing up the left, getting balls in, accurate balls, laying them on a plate. McGree was getting goals, he's playing every game, he looked at business. Ahead of him was Ramsey and Archer and co. Akpom grabbing goals and creating things for him. And then to see it all dismantled over the summer, last summer, and then see what's come in this season. Young, a lot of young, immature, like apprentices as opposed to tradesmen. You know, these guys are coming in plying their trade. No doubt they'll get better the more they play. But McGree's not really get time. He's at an age now. He's an international player. He wants to climb up the ladder. I've read a clip a couple of months ago. He wants to score more goals, create more goals. That's the right attitude. Is he going to do that in Middlesbrough? Me personally, looking at this season, I don't think he is. There'll be other teams that play a more stylish game and create more for a guy in McGree's ilk and quality. That's me being only truthful. But if McGree leaves in summer, I wouldn't be surprised, I'll be honest. Ignore all the negativity. We've had too many injuries this season, and missing Howson for so many games proved it. McGree loves the club up the Boro. David Foster, that's your opinion. Who am I to disagree? I'm only giving my opinion. Let's go to Glenn. What a good Scottish name is. Glenn. Down the Glen.
Hiya, Bernie.
Hiya, Glenn.
Hiya, Bernie.
Hiya.
Nice to speak to you. How are you doing? There's been so many stuff recently about the referees. You know, VAR, loads of controversy. It's every week on Match of the Day, you see them going on about VAR. Was it right? Was it the right decision? And how Liverpool didn't get a penalty yesterday at the end of that game, I'll never know.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask though, Bernie, obviously you played at a different time. When you played for the Boro, it was a very different time back then.
When you say different time, do you mean on or off the pitch?
I mean generation.
Same size of pitch, 11v11, same size of goals.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, what I wanted to ask is, were the referees as bad back then, or were they better back then? What do you think? Was the state of the refereeing? Was it? Are we better off with all this VAR carrying on going on?
No, not in my opinion. Back when I played, you might get the odd referee that thought that the fans were paying to watch him. You used to get ones with egos that strutted about like as if they're the bees and E's, which they were far from. I never once looked at a referee and thought, I didn't think anything really. I didn't really get in trouble with referees and linesmen. But the odd time maybe something was said and you maybe, because your adrenaline's pumping, you maybe have a go and you use a swear word. And they would probably use a swear word back and go, why don't you? And that was it. End of.
Yeah.
These days, if you say anything back, it's recorded, it's highlighted, you suffer. Everybody suffers. You might get your matching orders. So for me, I think it's... And that's why players don't appreciate referees and give them what they're looking for. I was saying this before I came in here. Referees don't talk the way they used to. I know players in the modern game, they don't. The other thing is, I just think the whole thing's a farce at the minute. You know, players don't respect referees. If you look at referees now, when they're in the game, and you clock them all now, and in 10 years' time when they're all finished, they'll all be on national radio, national television, Sky, TNT, whatever, all having an opinion. But they don't have an opinion when they're in the game. And for me, I'd like to see referees on the national television after a game, like the managers, like the coaches, like the players do, in the heat of the moment, and give the reason why they made a decision. Why are they doing this? Why they did that?
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Well, that's the only way they're going to
do it.
get respect. They're like a secret club. They're like the Freemasons. They're a secret. And by the way, I've got a few mates at Freemasons. I'm certainly not one. But there is a closed shop there that nothing comes out. It's secret. It's secret.
Yeah.
Fans are paying millions. Well, plenty, thousands of pounds every season to go and see the beloved club with a family, and yet they don't know what's going on in the park. It's a closed shop. It's a secret. Yeah. Referees, linesmen, whatever. The only way you'll get on the people's side, on the fans' side, is come out after the games and give your opinion as to why you made a decision, and fans will respect it. At the minute, there's zero respect. The VAR's cocking up every game I watch. I'm infuriated. I leave the living room and think, that was you too, by the way. But a Bono. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. Anyway, that's my opinion and all that. I just think there's lack of respect from the players, from the fans, towards officials, because they say nothing. They're a closed shop. They all want an opinion when they come out of the game, but they don't want an opinion when they're in the game. And that pees me off. That pees me off.
No, I think you're right. They need to come out at the end of the game and have an explanation, but they for some reason, they sit behind whatever rule it is.
They hide. They hide.
Yeah, they hide.
The managers don't. The managers have to come out and face the... Look at Wilder. Love him or hate him. A lot of fans don't like him. Wilder, he get done 7. It could have been 70. And he had the balls to come out and face the cameras. He get annihilated, humiliated, and eaten alive with Arsenal. And he still had the balls to come in front of the camera. He could have sent his number 2 and says, I don't want to face them. After that, trouncing, you're joking. He didn't. So why shouldn't referees come out and face the music?
Yeah, and one of the worrying things now is that these referees who are going to work for the Premier League clubs, you know, Mike Dean's gone and worked with someone. Oh,
who's your man, the Geordie that's went to Forest Clattenburg? Well, that's a farce as well. That's a farce. Every team should have him, or none of them have them. Why have they employed him to try and get him away with things and come out? And in Clattenburg, he actually come out. Right, he actually came out in front of the cameras and had a go at the referee. He wouldn't have when he was in the game. It's easy doing it when you're out there. When I was a player, I had an opinion. After the game, my adrenaline was pumping, good, bad, and different. I'd go in front of the local and national press. Don't forget, I played in the old First Division and the Premier. And I would give my lot, and some of the local reporters, because I'm in bed with the club, would say, you sure you want to say that? You'll end up in trouble. And I says, put it in. And I did. Yeah. But these guys don't. They don't. And that for me is that's where they falter. That's where they let themselves down, referees. There'll be no respect for the fans or players or the management teams until they start coming out and saying it, rather than hiding behind everybody and giving tidbits out. Garbage. Garbage.
I think it'd be an absolute disaster if they bring VAR to the Championship. They just can't get it right in the Premier League. It needs scrapping and starting again. So, you know, don't even think about bringing it to the Championship. Until it's fixed, until it's something that means something that allows the game to flow but gets the decisions right. You know, all this stuff about shoulders 2 centimetres over the line and all this, it's just ruining the game. What I don't get Bernie, is that other clubs, other sports, they get it right. And I know, cricket, it's a different game, stop-start, all that sort of stuff. Rugby, it's a different animal. But other sports get it right. Why aren't they learning from those other sports and putting things right with this VAR? Because it's damaging the game.
It's peeving fans.
Every week going on about it.
If you were to do a poll and ask the fans, the guys who really matter, the hard-hitting fans, or the guys that pay loads of money and who support the club for the bond till they die, if you ask the fans, the players, the management, the coaches, none of them would agree with the VAR. None of them. I've heard Postecoglou going on about them, Sean Dyche, all these guys. It's a joke. As I say, it's a joke. We're letting them away with it. It's about time people started rebelling within the game. Look at Klopp. He's had many a go at it, but to no avail. Doesn't mean a thing. As I say, it's a closed shop. And for me, that's not healthy when it's a closed shop.
No.
Okay.
But up the Boro, Bernie.
Up the Boro. Cheers.
Please, you're doing well, and let's hope we have a good finish to the end of the season.
Yeah, we're going to Jack Lester. There's just something come up ahead. I can't read it because something just popped up in front of it, so I can't really see it. Let me see if I can get that off. Oh, we've got it now. Loving the show. Don't know what to talk about when we are winning. Well, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? As I say, it's been a turbulent season. There's loads of reasons for turbulent season. Why? Lack of quality, injuries, loss of form, suspensions, players moving in the January window, players not coming in the January window, square pegs, round holes. There's a lot of things as to why it's not happened this season. And it's something we have to get right next season. We have to get a settled team. I'd like to see the window coming and going in January. Whoever we bring in the summer, we shut it down in January and say, nobody's leaving. How nice would that be for Carrick? How nice would that be? Michael, we promise you, we ain't letting anybody go in January. Let's go full tilt. Let's go for it. Get in that top six by hook or by crook. Nobody's leaving. This is a team we're going through with. That's the way you get a bit of confidence. I think we need a Slaven shot behind you. Who is behind me? Let me see. Are they still there? Hoyt and Lita. Dear me, Justin Hoyt. I remember Justin Hoyt and Lita. Leroy Lita. He was similar to Latty Laugh. Small, quick. Didn't have a great touch. Scored a few goals, not ruthless. Hoyt was a defender, pretty classy defender, not a great tackler or a tough lad, but yeah, both wore the shirt with pride. I'm sure they did, and I watched their every game because I was doing the commentary with the late great Ali Brownlee. So listen, don't forget, we're running out of time, but there's tickets up for grabs. Do you want to come and see David Wheater? David Wheater, great career at Middlesbrough, was in the England squad alongside David Beckham, Stewie Downey, his former teammate at the Boro, and then he went on to Bolton. I think he played in all divisions down there, and then he got a bad injury, did Wheats. But he's got a few good stories, and as I say, he is a character. As I say, I think it's more or less sold out the Dovecot, so you'll be lucky to get these and get in, because I don't think it holds that many, but it's going to be a good night. And there's a meal. If you like your grub, there's a meal. So you're getting a free ticket, or a pair of free tickets to see Wheats, myself, in the Dovecot on Friday, and you get a free meal. What more do you want? Hi, Bernie Joseph Slaven. I think Boro will win 2-1 tomorrow, and I think Boro will win 7 out of the 10 games left. Now, Scott. Oh, who's the winner? Scott, you're the winner, son. Well done, you, Scott. I've just heard that. I don't know who picked it, but you've won it. Well done. Yeah, what we're saying, Scott, so you've got us down. No, seriously, just get in a darkened room, right? Calm down and think logically. You've got us winning 7 out of 10, and we've only won 15 out of 36. Now think about that. Reflect. Are you serious? Hey, maybe you'll be right. Maybe it's me. It has to get in a darkened room, but that's a tall order. 7 out of 10. I think you're forgetting some of the teams we're actually playing. Great win for the Berwick Queen's Park Rangers. Think we'd make the playoffs for Daniel Jones. Hiya, Daniel. I know Daniel. Hiya, son. Hope things are going well. Hope you're still a season ticket holder, still supporting the mighty Boro and getting behind the side. Scott Wilson said, I can see Latty Laugh and Foz will get double figures, and I hope McGree will stay next season. I think we'll be outside the playoffs this season and start fresh next season up the Boro. Excuse me. So there's a few positive comments. The one that says McGree loves the club. Well, we'll find out in the summer, won't we? But if McGree wants away, that means he doesn't love the club. Matt Crooks wanted away. I thought Matt Crooks loved the club. I thought Janino loved the club. He wanted away. I thought Ravanelli loved the club. He wanted away. Pallister, my old mate, wanted away. He loved the club. Local lad. I don't buy into this loving club. It's a business, off and on the pitch. Everything's business. Everything's money. So this loyalty thing, I think in the modern era, the modern game is evaporated rapidly over the years. And I don't think there's such a thing as loyalty. I think the last loyal player we had was George Friend. Was George here 8-9 years? And that was Tony Mowbray that signed him. So sorry for looking away from the camera. I'm just trying to read what was in front of me there. So I'm going to plug the David Wheater. We're running out of time. So David Wheater is on Friday at the Dovecot. I thought we gave one pair away, did we?
We did.
We did. So is there one pair left? No. Yeah. There's one pair left for the Dovecot. If you can come on and get in a last caller, you can win a pair of tickets. Come on, what more do you want? 2 free tickets in the Dovecot in the Heart of Middlesbrough. Few cocktails, few drinks. You might even get a couple of buds if you're single. You might not if you're ugly. It's a personal thing. You know what I mean? Put some dupe on. I used to wear dupe aftershave. Used to attract. I used to have to carry a stick to knock them off. Are you allowed to say that? Probably not. Anyway, back to the football. Back to the doing Friday. Dovecot on Friday. Myself and David Wheater. Guaranteed a great night. There'll be things to eat if you want meat. There's meat there. If you're vegetarian, there's vegetarian. And I can assure you, if you've not been in the Dovecot, even I like it. I go in after every Boro game, home game. Great atmosphere. No idiots. Well looked after. Bouncers at the door. All nice people within. All trendy. And obviously young. I don't know where I fit into that. But yeah, so it's a great time. So please, if you... if you want to give us a call before the end. I know it's been difficult nights because we've won. People don't like giving praise. Everybody likes a moan and a groan. Praise is difficult at times. So I've written these down before I come in. So this is what's left, right? So we've played 36 games, won 15, drawn 5, lost 16, scored 52, conceded 52. That's where one of the problems is defensively. I've not scored enough, but 52 conceded. That's a lot of goals. So the game's coming up. Birmingham, Blackburn Rovers at home, Southampton away, Sheffield Wednesday at home, Swansea away, Hull City away, Ipswich away, Leeds at home, Leeds United, Yorkshire Derby, Cardiff away, and Watford at home. Let's hope some of the lads haven't got the ombre soler on and the deck chairs out and the flip-flops ready to bail out going on holiday. Paul Frost, I used to have breadcrumb aftershave. The buds loved it. I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I'm even tempted to give you the tickets because it's so bad. That's a bad joke. I used to have breadcrumb aftershave. The buds loved it. Hey, I've got one. How'd you get a fat girl into bed? Piece of cake. Think about it. I used to go to the Dovecot when it was developed, when it was Dovecot Sales Room, and another shop before that, before your time, Bernie. Obviously, you're a lot older than me and heavier, Leslie. I get it. How do I collect the tickets? Scott Wilson says. We'll get them sent to you. I'll make sure. So listen, it's over. Well done, Middlesbrough. It's been great to see smiles in the Boro fans' faces. At Norwich, against Norwich at Riverside, and then again on Saturday. It was refreshing. And let's hope we continue that trend tomorrow. No reason why we can't. Tony Mowbray, obviously since he's took a step back, they've seemed to come off the rails, derailed. I just want to say regarding Tony Mowbray, I have seen him recently. Myself and Big Pally went to see him. He's looking good. He's looking strong. He's looking positive mind. He's still looking at everything to do with his team, despite being taken back. So just keep saying a wee prayer for Mugger, and he'll be back in that touchline sooner rather than later. Thanks for joining us. I'm back next week, hopefully discussing another couple of victories up the Boro.
382 games, 147 goals. Boro's 6th top scorer. It's Slaven Live.
This is the